It's about 9 o'clock now, and I kind of just got back from the National Achievers Congress in Mines. Throughout the day it was actually really good, but obviously something happened for me to want to do this right now, this little vlog. I've got this light, this really bright light on me, because I'm used to doing things in the morning, or at least in the afternoon where there's some light, but I need to get this off my chest. So after the National Achievers Congress, like that, I met with this person, this guy, and he's gone for one of the courses, and he's been really successful, and in the beginning we had a fantastic talk, like it was really short, and he's like, let me add you on Facebook. And I said, yeah, sure. So I gave him my name, and the first thing he did was said, is this you? And I was like, yes. And he goes, and you're that? You're that? And I was like, I don't really see how this has anything to do with anything. And he said, yes, because it's public. And I said, so? And he said, you have to be careful with how you portray yourself in the world. And I said, I really don't see a big deal. And he says, yes, there is a big deal. Because there's going to be a lot of companies or businesses that don't want to be associated for you. And I'm like, just a picture, really. And he said, you have to take these kind of things seriously. And I said, you know what, I'm okay with that, number one. Number two, I really don't think it's anybody's business. And he said, because it's my own private life. And he said, it is a big deal, because you put yourself out there, and the course is about marketing and branding and all these things. And again, he mentioned, there's going to be companies that won't associate with you. And I said, I really don't mind. And he's basically said, don't get me wrong, I'm a big supporter, but, I'm not going to put it on my Facebook. And I'm like, that's you. This is me. I don't see it as a big deal. And he said, well, you're going to struggle like this. But, I'm not going to tell you anymore. This is stuff that you're going to learn. And I said, I really don't see it as I still don't see it as a big deal. And at the end, and then I said, I spent my whole life being censored. I'm sick and tired of it. I think the most important is that I'm true to myself. Whatever my beliefs may be, I'm true to myself. I need to be genuine and true to myself. And I didn't think he was getting it. He basically tapped me on the shoulder and said, okay, you do what you want, baby, but just remember the consequence. And I just got so annoyed. And when I'm pissed off, when I'm annoyed, I tend to cry. I obviously everything is bottled up, and I'm trying to keep composed. So I just shake his hand and I say, I'm gonna go. And I storm off, and I get into the car park. I take my car. I'm still riled up. I'm in tears, and I get to the entrance of Mines, and I just turn off the car, get out of the car, and storm right back in. And he's with other successful business people, I guess, or billionaires, and I just pull him to the side, and I'm like, I want to talk to you. And the first thing he says, you hurt my feelings because you stormed off. And I was like, there's a reason why I stormed off. And he said, well, I wasn't judging you. And I'm already in tears by this point. And I said, it is judgmental, just that snide remark about just a picture. It's just a picture. I said, he said, I'm very supportive. I've got, there's a wedding I'm going to, and they're both women. I'm like, yes, that's great. That's great that you support them. So do I. But you gave a snide remark and you don't know anything about me. And here I am trying to tell him, and I'm crying and shaking, and I'm not really getting my point across because I'm trying to collect my thoughts. And he's like, oh, this is a one-way conversation. You're not listening to me. And I was like, and then, oh no, he said, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm like, oh, you're sorry that I feel like that way. It's my problem, apparently. And I was like, you know what? This is a one-way conversation. You're not listening to me. You obviously have no idea what you said and how you said it. It's dismissive. You do what you want, baby? That's dismissive. You're an asshole. And he said, excuse me? And I'm like, you heard me. You know, I'm just a reflection. I'm just being the mirror to who you are. And probably you're a reflection of me. I don't know. If you think that you're having a one-way conversation, so do I. I told him, you know what? I'm half Iban, and I'm half Latino. And I've been in Malaysia all my life. And throughout school, I was called Iban Sesat. I'm not Iban enough. Then, I'm vegan. I don't eat any animals. And I still get judged. To know that I'm judged for a picture and you don't know me. He's like, I wasn't judging you. I wasn't judging you. I'm like, a statement like that. To make a statement, actually, really, to make a statement like, you are that, sounds pretty judgmental to me. And he asked, well, how do you see yourself in business? How do you see yourself, like, in the future in business? And I was like, I see myself being successful in business, being true to myself, being who I am. I cannot be censored anymore. I'm tired of being how everybody wants me to be and how everybody expects me to be. I'm not a confrontational person. I'm not very vocal. I've had many, many people in all different types of relationships tell me how private I am. I'm not the best activist or advocate. I feel that if I just be who I am silently without disturbing anybody, just do what I gotta do, is good enough. I admire those who actually speak up and are more passionate and they really fight. I am just fighting to be myself. That's it. In the most peaceful way possible. That's it. I should be free to think what I think, to believe what I believe, to eat whatever I want to eat, and then be whoever I choose. He did apologize, and it took a while for me to calm down, but I accepted his apology. I really hoped that my next blog was going to be a little bit happier, but I obviously am still a little bit angry. I'm so composed. People know that. Who know me, I'm so composed. I'm so private. And I don't want to fight. You believe whatever you want to believe, and you do you. Because I'm going to do me. He said, I guess I understand where you're coming from. I just know that you're going to struggle and you're going to suffer. And I said, I know. I know that I'm unconventional. And I know that I will struggle and I will suffer. But in the end, if I succeed and I help even one person be who they need to be and be strong, if I can just stand my ground and be strong, and someone else sees that, and they're strong in whatever way, whether they're loud or they're quiet about it. I know I'm a good person, and I know I work hard. And if I just keep on that path, no matter how hard it is, and no matter how much I suffer or struggle, it's okay, because at the end, it's for my happiness. I am an advocate for happiness and peace. I'm an advocate for human freedom and animal rights. I am an advocate for love. And I love myself enough just to fight for me. This picture is just a picture. I told him that I've lived around the world, and there's just as much conservative people as there are open-minded. Fireworks. My freedom. If they don't want to be associated with me, that's fine. It's either you support me or you get out of my way. So he apologized. He admired it that I came back, stand my ground. I think I gained respect. We hugged. I gave him a second chance. He will be my friend on Facebook. I'm very proud of myself. It's not very often that I'm that vocal. I make this blog to share my experience. It heals me talking, and maybe it'll heal somebody else. Yes, you can be so successful, but if you don't have that freedom to be yourself, for silly things like a picture, it's so silly. It's 2015. Wow, those fireworks are really going. It's 2015. There needs to be a change. I think I'm going to stop now. Anyway, that's it. Rant over. Good night.